you mentioned something called the one word challenge, and
Oh
you said you
yeah,
wanted to talk about
sure.
that. I
Oh,
was
I'd love
curious
to.
about it. I
Yeah.
didn't look it up because I was like, I'm a little bit surprised.
No, that'll be good. I okay. It might seem hokey, but I
Okay.
actually think it's a pretty cool practice. And it's this is why I spoke to Sunday Assembly Detroit about actually about a year ago, because you know what happened, AJ, what happens usually on New Year's for a lot of people? What do they, when they're thinking about their next year? What do they do? What do they set?
Resolutions.
Resolutions, right? And there's a ton of research to show just how much that doesn't succeed. Um,
Oh yeah. I'm
and I
still working on my resolutions from 5 years ago.
exactly right. Now the cool thing about it though is it is aspirational, right? You're like forward. I want to think forward here, and what do I want? And but instead of like having a big list of resolutions, one word is more about selecting a word for the whole year.
Okay, I like that.
And a lot, so in fact I actually have them hanging up right here from 2017 onward. So I've been doing this for a while.
Ah,
And this will actually be a good way to wrap things up, because whatever we believe in, I want to believe more responsibly, right? That's what I want to do.
that's
Um,
okay. That's funny
yeah,
because I made, so I have a little store where I sell T-shirts, and I made one that says "Think responsibly."
I love it. Yes, and I think you're going to see the connection here. So I won't say every single word I picked every year, but I'll select a few of them, and then you'll see how this connects to everything today. Because that evolution of the last 10 years is written all over this.
Okay.
So 2017, when I first started, I was feeling a ton of anxiety. And I now know that because I know I was anxious for a variety of reasons, but one of them is, hey, I've come out to myself about my skepticism and atheist beliefs, but I'm still holding my cards and I'm not letting people know. So when you're two different people, you're going to feel a lot of anxiousness, right? And that was just one of the reasons I was feeling anxiety. There was some health stuff going on as well. So I chose the word peace. And so for that whole year, I was like, I'm going to embrace activities that are going to bring me a sense of calm and self-care and peace. So, I did some meditation challenges. I did some other things that would just help reduce that. And it became very meaningful for the whole year, right? The following year, I picked the word stretch. I'm going to go just a little farther than I thought I could, right? That was the year when I did a lot of health challenges. I had hardly, I had run a few 5Ks before, but not much else. And so I'm like, I want to do 10Ks. I want to do 25K. And I ended up doing a marathon by the end of the year, which was really
Wow.
good. So I'm, again, not to be a completely different person, but over a year, you can stretch a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, etc. A couple years later, I chose the word voice. So this was 2020. And guess what? That's when I created the podcast, the first one. I said, I'm going to
Wow.
now use my voice to express things I haven't been able to, but I'm also going to help people find their voice. And so that kind of became the whole theme of that year, was doing things like that. Let me skip ahead. Um, I got to do this one.
Okay.
2024, I chose a phrase, which was carpe diem, which might sound familiar if you're a Dave Warnock
Oh
fan,
yeah. Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
get that.
and in fact, I don't know how David would feel about this. I showed him, but
Mhm.
on my shoulder I have a tattoo, and it's the logo from Skeptical Scott at the you've seen it, the little chimp, right, with the headphones.
Yeah.
Except on the headphones I have CF, and on the other one I have TD, which is Carpe the fucking DM, right? You
I
know
love
that,
that.
don't AJ? What is that? Why are you laughing? Just tell
No,
the
I love
audience.
it. I
Yeah,
love it.
I mean that's Dave saying Carpe the fucking DM, right? Like, make the
Yeah.
most of the moment. So, you know, 2024, I was doing a lot of things that I normally would have hesitated on. I just kept saying yes a lot more that year to different adventures and whatnot. So you see what I mean? How this kind of all wraps together. Last year, the word was the word ask.
Ask.
I'm going to ask tougher questions.
Okay.
And that was
like
also in my personal life, but that was my professional life because I'm in a coaching role where the thing about being a coach, you want people to value what you're offering. And because I'm a people pleaser, sometimes I just tell them they're great and I celebrate them. And we need somebody celebrating us, wouldn't you say, AJ? We need a cheerleader sometimes, right?
Well, yeah, like somebody that's like supportive and like that's got they
Yes.
got your back. Yeah.
But then I had to ask myself, wait, have they brought me here just to cheer them on, or have they asked me to push them and coach them? I need to ask tougher questions. So like every time I would meet with I'll just call it a client, right? I would always in my brain go, what's the question I need to ask them? Like, what's the question I need to push on just a little bit so that they can go, oh, gosh, I really need to do that. So, and I know it made conversations better. So I can announce my one word for this coming year right now.
Oh yeah.
Because I pick it on my birthday, right? Which is in November. So it kind of framed it.
What day was it?
The 13th.
Oh, okay. Mine was November 4th.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Scorpio or is that right on the border there?
Yeah, Scorpio. Yeah.
All right, we're Scorpios, AJ.
Yes.
So, but it's the word hope.
Hope.
Which can seem like a religious word. You know what I mean?
No, I think I have come to like see it as less religious now. Yeah.
Me too. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Because we're surrounded by so much angst, and I know my wife feels it. I know, like, we've researched if we can get out of the country. I mean, we've done all, there's a lot of angst in the world right now, but I want to be somebody who provides hope for people that, hey, you can be a skeptic and hopeful at the same time.
Yeah.
I can be an optimist because I choose what I want to have happen and act into that, right? I can be hopeful that way. I can bring 100% of what I have, which is not always a lot, but let's say I'm feeling 70%, I can bring 70 out of 70, I want to be that model for people that things can be shitty and we can be still hopeful, not in a fake way, not in a Pollyanna way, but in all right, yep, this sucks. So what am I going to do tomorrow? I don't have to solve everything, but what's my next step? Like that's the kind of hope I'm thinking of is let's just move forward where we can.
Yeah, and hope can also not be, but like lead you to take more actions to to increase the benefits of what you're hoping for, right? Like if you're hoping for a better
if we can
world,
name it,
then
right?
Yeah, I like that.
So that's the one word challenge for what it's worth. So that would be my 11th word coming up.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, so I've really been like, it's really been a powerful thing.
I like
at least
this.
in my life. Yeah.
I'm gonna have my family do that. My kid and my husband do that too. I'm thinking.
In fact, can I show you this? This drink that's giving me some temporary hope right now.
What you got?
Is sitting on a coaster that has this word on it, which was this year's Ask.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have those little wooden things.
Yeah, and it's cool because when you tell people your word, I mean, I think it's worth telling people your word because now it's more real.
Yeah.
Like people know that you're trying to do that enough to where somebody gives you a gift because they saw the word ask and they're like, oh, that made me think of you. So to have visuals around me here, that's what I mean by it's meaningful. And God didn't give me that meaning. I created that meaning myself.
Right. Yeah, exactly. How about that?
How about that?
Yourself. Yeah.
Well, if you do that, I want to know what your one word will be. Okay. So you got to like text me. And as you said, you might do that with your family. I would love to know. But
yeah, I was actually thinking about that right now because it has to be What I mentioned before the show, that we were talking about, moving and potentially somewhere, some places, to one place. We'll see where we end up. But I wanted to be about that because for since I moved here when I was like 15, I'm 40 now. I've we've never considered leaving. And for me, change is pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like change, even though I've experienced it a lot. I mean, I moved to a whole other country, right? And so yeah, I want that to be like something related to embracing change, or like or adventures, or exploring the world. I don't know. Wanderlust might be a good one.
Oh,
Right?
Wanderlust.
I like that.
Ooh, that kind of it's
That could
a
be
little bit
cool.
more unique too. I like that too. You may have just
Yeah.
found yours. You may have just found yours.
Yeah.